What's good, y'all? Today we're reacting to The Truth About Black Nerds by Antonio Speaks. Now, with me being a fellow black nerd, I can say, you know what I'm saying? It's hard for us sometimes, but at the same time, you got to stand on your scare. I said scare. You got to stand on your square. You can be a goofy and be a nerd, or you can be a cool person and a nerd and a goofy and, you know what I'm saying, quote unquote gangster or whatever else that is associated with blackness. Anyways, let's get on with this video. You know it's going to cook.
Black nerds,
Talk to
aka
me.
blurs, is the topic of
Ew,
today's
I don't
video.
like that
Now
word.
me, I consider myself a nerd, but some may not. So for example, I love video games. I've been playing them since the age of 7. I've always loved sci-fi films, consumed about every DC and Marvel comic. On the flip side, I'm not into anime. But growing up, I was very into films like Teen Titans, Samurai Jack, Avatar: The Last Airbender. So I guess to some, it would be debatable. So within the black community, especially growing up in the hood, being a nerd or just even consuming the culture will make you stand out. It goes against what's stereotypical for black people. This is a flaw within the black community that I do not like. I say this all the time, but as black people, we are not a monolith. And we gotta start respecting that within the community. I will say this though, I feel like in 2025, being a nerd is kinda cool. Let's say versus the 2010s or the 90s. It is most definitely more acceptable now.
I want to talk about,
you know who made it cool, and I just want to sit here really quick and give these guys their flowers, because I genuinely, wholeheartedly, across my heart, believe if it wasn't for RDC World, there, like, nerds in the black community would be so much uncooler. But I went to DreamCon this summer and I saw how popular and how cool it was to like things that are quote unquote not normal, or you know what I'm saying, accepted in the black community. It was really RDC World. If I had to give it to mainly one person in mind, it would be them, like making it cool and funny, bridging the gap between, you know what I'm saying, ignorant nigga shit and like actual inspiring art pieces like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, and shit like that. So, you know, big ups to RDC World, because I genuinely think they played a big role in it being so widely accepted these days.
how all of a sudden being a nerd is in and we're erasing all of like that awful childhood stuff that happens to so many of us. Because now it's, oh, we weren't bullying y'all because y'all were into anime. We were bullying y'all because y'all stank, or y'all were always doing something weird.
Stop it.
A lot of y'all were bullying us just for being into different things. I went to many schools with other smart black kids. I love to read. And I got the pants bullied off of me for liking to read in a smart school.
Yo, niggas be hating because you read. I love to read. I love to read Think and Grow Rich, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, even the 48 Laws of Power. It's like, I just love to read like things that are going to improve my life or inspire me. And people definitely will make you. I never got that. Like there's a problem with me because I want to become smarter and further my mind and trajectory in life. I see why you're laughing, because you know you're gonna stay right where you are. So to make you feel better about that, because you see me improving myself and actually enjoying my time on this rock, you're gonna sit here and try to make fun of me to get above me. That's all it comes down to, bro. Because anybody who's genuinely cool and enjoys what they do, they normally don't really feel the need to shit on anybody else or make anybody else feel bad, because they're just so busy with enjoying their own thing.
My black card revoked so often, I'm pretty sure I'm still in black folk debt, because like, I don't think I have one. White girl, whitest black girl I know, Oreo, wanna be white, all of it, all the time.
And I'm telling you, like, see, these new age black geeks, they will never understand how it was to be a black geek back in the 2000s and 2010s. Now, that was grateful. The trenches. Like, I consider myself a black geek activist because, bro, back in the day, bro, I had to defend my hobby. Like, y'all don't understand. The insults were crazy. Like, we would be talking about, like, normal, like, crap in front of everybody, and then, like, we would go home on our computer and be having discussions about anime with people online. Like, people don't understand. Back then, most of our anime discussions or geek discussions were, like, were on the internet. They were not in real life. Because if you even spoke about anime, like, you were about to get ostracized real quick.
Now for me, y'all, I did not have these problems, and that's why I kind of think to myself, was I really a nerd, or am I really a nerd? But
I think what it is with Tonio is he's good at not only code switching, but maybe it's the way he presents himself that is so polarizing. Like, he has locks, beanies. He obviously got that hood nigga swag with the Jordans, the tight jeans, and the tees, and that. I just think it's that. Like, if he didn't look, if Tonio didn't have locks and like he didn't dress like a hood nigga, then like I think he would be definitely come across more as a nerd. But like, you know, Yeah.
Looking back, I was most definitely a nerd, bro. This was me in a temple.
Yo, Tonio was a nerd, bro. Never. You see, it's just the way he like dressed now that make him not look like a nerd as much, bro. But yeah, Tonio is definitely a nerd.
Great. I mean, I had a 4.0 GPA.
It might have been the glasses too. I don't know. Tonio was a nerd though.
GPA was in pretty much all AP classes, dog. Yeah. I was a textbook nerd. The thing about it is, as a black nerd, you really just gotta find your group of people. And even just being a nerd in general, I hate this talking point because even nerds in the white community are done the same way. Like,
I got bullied for liking anime, and then I got bullied for wearing anime and an Avatar t-shirt, and like that I liked Pokemon, and that I carried a DS, and I was in bands. Like and I had braces, and I had glasses. There was just so many reasons, and
double
I had
homicide.
There was just so many reasons to get bullied that like getting into Kingdom Hearts was another reason I didn't want to get bullied.
Don't worry, we're gonna make it. We've been looking.
That sucks too, bro. And I as a young black man struggle with that myself sometimes. Well, not really struggle, but just you wanting to go against the grain, and I live my whole life basically going against the grain. There's definitely like just listening to certain types of music, just liking certain types of show. Like, dude, there's not. But I'm looking at it too now. If you're hanging around people that genuinely make you feel bad for being your genuine self, should you be hanging around them? Now you can make the excuse if it's family. You got to live with family or you got to see family, I guess, but just from like a world standpoint, if you're hanging around people that make you feel like you can't be yourself, you shouldn't be hanging around those people.
Looking for clues to find Clay.
Oh, I'm sorry. The clue board? You mean my clue board?
So all those nerds in high school, like the weird theater kids and the anime people.
You see, like she said anime and then she said weird theater kids. Why do you have to be weird to be a theater? And see, that's the thing. That's what most of these niggas don't realize, bro. When they say theater kids, I don't like that because I realized that I actually am a theater kid. I only did theater for like a summer or two, but I basically act on camera on my main channel because it's a persona and doing TikTok skits and stuff like that. Dude, people don't realize that Tom Cruise, Michael B. Jordan, Chris Hemsworth, Robert Downey Jr., all of these people were theater kids. They started off as theater kids because they realized they wanted to act. They had to start out in college theaters and high school theaters and middle school theaters. So to say somebody's a weird theater kid, you might be talking about the next Michael B. Jordan for all of you know. So it's only weird and cringy until it's not. It's weird and cringy until it's famous and everybody likes to do it. A lot of these people are very performative and fake, and that's why anything that's not in the trendiness, they automatically denounce it. And that's the lamest thing possible, because who's more lame? Somebody who's going to go out and do what they want because it's fun, or somebody who's only going to do whatever because everybody's doing it? Genuinely, who's more lame? I don't know. I'm sorry. I didn't have to rant like that, but it's just like you can't say weird theater kid and almost all the most popular famous celebrities are theater kids. Like the most actors are theater kids. Like,
hi, weird theater kid, captain of the speech and debate team,
talk to me,
anime fan.
You know who I'm talking about, the people we didn't hang out with.
Thank God for that, by the way.
So they've grown up now, and they're the ones making the laws. They're the Mark Zuckerbergs. They're the Faucis of the world, the fucking nerds.
I hate to break it to you, but those effing nerds are not just the Mark Zuckerbergs and Faucis. They're highly successful, influential people because it turns out hitting the books actually was helpful.
This isn't just a black thing. Maybe the talking points of, you're acting white is that talking point. But as far as you getting bullied or looked down upon, it's pretty much the same way. Kids are mean. Like I stated, you have to find your people. And with me, I had a different group of friends for like pretty much every situation. Like growing up in the hood, those were like the hood friends. Then when I got to school, me being in like different classes, I kind of met my nerd friends. So I had that group of friends, and I had my friends that was back in the hood. And also I played sports. I love sports. So, I had my friends for basketball. The one thing I did deal with though that I hated was me being labeled a game freak. Like I just love playing the game. I remember growing up, bro, like they'll come knock on my door for me to come outside. I'd be like, bro, I'm on a game and I don't feel like coming outside. Like, you a game freak.
Nah, I used to hate having homies like that. Nigga, bring out, come outside, nigga. You see, bro, you got your whole time to play the game, bro. You know what I'm saying? I only get outside until the street light come on, bro. Come on, hurry up, bro.
Bro, get out. But I always felt like it was just like with love. Like they was joking, but it was with love. And I stated this in one of my second channel videos. I feel like the black community, our love language is joking. So, you know, maybe sometime these jokes were hurting your feelings, but it wasn't like meant in that way. This isn't justifying it, but that's my thought. Anyways, with them already having this backlash from the black community, in return, they end up being very anti-black.
Like, it's not that I didn't want to connect with black people, but I didn't know any other blurbs that like Minecraft. And a blurb put me closer to whiteness, not because I wanted to hang out with white people, but I just wanted to hang out with that like Minecraft. You get what I'm saying? I just want to say it is incredibly dangerous to be in close proximity to whiteness no matter what. And the reason why I say that is because I think hanging around with people that like Minecraft and everything definitely ingrains some self-hating attributes to me. It's not because of Minecraft, but it's the proximity to whiteness.
Within the nerd culture, there is not a lot of black representation.
And I know exactly what he's saying, because that's somebody who like, okay, I grew up in the suburbs, but a lot of certain weekends, certain summers, you know, just living back and forth with certain family members at certain different times. Sometimes I'd be in the hood, and a lot of my family, not most, but a lot of my family is like from the hood, still lives in the hood. So I have a lot of hood influence as well. And, you know, I'm not somebody who's never been or stayed in the hood for an extended period of time. And I can definitely say, like, you know, whenever you get around white people, and, you know, sometimes you flow more with white people than black people, especially if there's certain things you like that, like he says, that are not in close proximity to what it means for certain a big core of people to express blackness. It's almost like you have to dumb yourself down. It's like you have to dumb yourself down for both. Because when you get around black people, sometimes you feel like you can't be too nerdy or else they're going to call you too white. And it'll make you social outcast, or you'll be subjected to the judgments. And you know what I'm saying, all these different blows. But then when you get around the white people as well, you're expected to tone down your blackness as well, because you, like I said, if you have some sort of influence from black, you know, the way you talk, the jokes, the temperament, the just things that you find acceptable and what's not acceptable is different among races. And you have to tone down that as well once you come to this other side to try to get accepted to like the thing. So it's like the things you like on the black side, you can't show on the white side, and the things you like on the white side, you can't show on the black side. So you see a lot of people just side hopping back and forth to get what they need from each side, because one side really can't fulfill it all. And it sucks that that's how it is, but that's just kind of how it is. So, you know, to anybody out there who's in that situation, I've been there partially, and I want to say, you'll figure it out, bruh.
Just think about it. You're constantly consuming this media of people that don't look like you while receiving this hate from the people that look like you. That is going to turn into internalized racism. And I say this all the time, but everything is a alt-right pipeline, and the nerd culture is no different.
Yo, what happened to the nerd community, bro? When did we become Republicans, bro? When did we become conservative? What happened?
What happened?
We don't like girl power now because it's the feminist agenda. You didn't like Kim Possible?
I saw someone say, when did the nerd community just become another avenue or pipeline for right-wing grifting? And the answer is simple. The same way that the gym community became just another avenue for right-wing grifting and right-wing content. The same way like dating advice stuff has just become another avenue.
Bro, I'm sorry, yo. We just have to give an appreciation to RDC World again, y'all. I genuinely don't think y'all understand the influence. It just hit me. Do you know how
True Religion has got the goodies this year? Just
bro,
like
I'm now that I'm thinking about it, they're right. Because back in the day, nerds, they weren't cool at all, bro. Like they had their own online community. Those are the first people to really get like, you know what I'm saying, big on the internet and like figure it out and create communities was nerds. But like, dude, a nerd can get online and like connect with non-nerds easily now because of the internet. Like you can do some nerdy shit. You can be a nerdy artist, a nerdy rapper, a nerdy whatever you want to be. And there's a community that's for you, and you can still be seen as like cool. And it was all because of these niggas, bro. Not all because of these. It's obviously a bunch of people. This is just the people that come to my mind personally, who inspired me and who. But Jesus Christ, bro, they created a whole movement, bro. RDC World really created a whole movement with this shit, bro. I'm sorry, I just have to give appreciation and respect to where it's due, because they really created a whole freaking movement, bro. Just some nerds from Waco, you know what I'm saying, just doing their thing, bro. This shit is crazy, bro. It's beautiful to like it. I don't know why, y'all. It's just so cool to see like a guy like this who like looks like he could be completely one way. Same thing with Antonio. Looks like they could be the complete hood, complete this way, and like them not having to be like that, and they can talk in their normal voice and not gotta my nigga. They can like talk about the things they want to talk about openly and not feel like fully scared or like. It's just very beautiful. I don't know how to explain it. I just want to express love, man, because this shit. I want to do some shit like this, bro. This is inspiring.
For right-wing grifting, what does the gym community, the dating advice community, and the nerd community all have in common? It's full of lonely people. A lot of people in the nerd community get into nerd shit because they're lonely. A lot of people start working out because they're heartbroken and they're lonely.
Yeah.
A lot of people get into dating advice content because they're lonely. Lonely people are very easy to manipulate. If you find a lonely person and you tell them you're the victim, everybody else except you is the problem, now go buy my course, that's basically an infinite money glitch. That's why it's just lonely people who crave acceptance and a sense of community are taken advantage of just in the way that cults do. Like, it's really not that complicated.
Now, the anti-blackness goes up another notch because a lot of black males in the nerd space feel like black women just hate them.
I'm curious to know if this is actually a thing. Black women will ignore men that look like this because he's weird, lame, nerdy, until he achieves success, then see him with a woman like this, and then all of a sudden label him a sellout. Let's be real, a lot of y'all don't like black women to begin with. Yeah. No matter if you're a D1 athlete or comic book nerd, there's a very small majority of black men that do not like black women. Now, why is that? I couldn't tell you. But at the end of the day, this argument right here could be a little bit valid if we're considering that there are unrealistic expectations for black men, especially young black men in this economy and in this world right now. And there is that stigma of hypermasculinity in the black community. This automatically would make nerds and simps unattractive and certainly undesirable.
Black girls called you ugly? So do you want me to believe that the white girls called you handsome?
Once again, I did not experience this. This isn't to say it's not true, but
I think, yeah, if you're a loser, you're a loser. But if you're a winner and you're confident, yo, nobody cannot make you confident. You're confident regardless. You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter like what you like or what you're doing. If you're confident in your shit, and it's like, why are you trying to go for like the hood black girl or the black girl that's in the YNs anyways? If you're a nerd, a black person, go find a black nerd girl that's a person. You know, like, why are you trying to find the girl that's looking for like a street image type of dude? Why are you trying to find that? Like, find somebody who's like you and is looking for somebody like you. Anyways, people be mad because they type don't want them. Maybe you should change your type, because whatever you are, you're going to attract. So if you can't attract something, it's because you're not it, and that's completely fine. So either elevate or de-elevate, lower yourself for certain, or stop complaining.
Feel like it's the way you carry yourself, and also you just gotta find your like swagger, you know. There's a stereotype of like the smash bro type of hairstyle. Maybe your lips be crusty. In simple terms, man, you just gotta have game. White nerds go through the same problem while talking to white women, so like I hate that correlation as well. And I think what the problem is, a lot of people be holding on to what happened in high school, whether that be the glory days or those be the bad days. It's been 10 years, bro. We don't care that you scored a touchdown in 10th grade. And yes, you may have been bullied in high school, but let that shit go, brother. My entire friend group is majorly made up of nerds. My best friend, this is us when we graduated. He was valedictorian. I was like maybe 4th in the class. Now he is most definitely considered a nerd. I mean, huge WWE fan, very into anime, loves video games, but he's never had a problem talking to black women. And big shout out to my boy. He just graduated from Clemson University, what, 2 years ago now? We just got off the game a few hours ago.
I feel like a big part of the black nerd experience is going back, trying to watch your favorite YouTubers and realizing just how much racist commentary was throughout the entire video. Like, when did Jen call Michael Jackson a monkey fly over my head? Huh? Or that one try not to laugh challenge where they just straight up said the N-word. Huh? And I really got a bone to pick with that Jen, because I used to go crazy for like, you can ask around. We used to go.
Yeah, bro, we do low key a bunch of microaggressions and aggressions that just come with being black. But when you're a nerd black person, I guess they're saying you have to kind of just bite down and deal with it, because that seems like one of the only places you can even go for self. The one somewhat safe space you feel like you got to express yourself, you're still subjected to microaggressions and actual aggressions of racism. Isn't that so sad and heartbreaking? Good video by Tonio Speaks, man. This man is killing it, bro. My guy is killing it, bro. I talked a lot, but because, you know, I resonate with this a lot. This is an amazing message. And I just shout out to Tonio, shout out to RDC World Speaks, shout out to Alex the Virgo, which is me. We're making a change in society. I mean, anyways, though, with that, though, I see you on the next one. Love. We gonna see y'all.